Welcome to our study sessions and myself, Mrs. Swati Mungade, teaching at Sri BJD English School, Kolhapur. In today's session, we are going to see first poem, Standard 9, Kumar Bharati, English, in which first poem, Unit 1, poem number 1 is Life. In this poem, we are going to see 3 sections of study. In the first section, we are going to see reading. In the second section, we will see explanation of the poem, a thorough explanation. And in third section, we will see the analysis of the poem. Okay, so this way, for every poem in the poetry section, we are going to divide the poem in 3 sections every time. So this poem, first poem, Life. All about this poem, reading session is highly important during poems because the words which must be stressed. Words are powerful. We know that words are mightier than sword. So the power of words, to know the power of words, to understand the poem in detail, we must read the poem carefully. So every time you should read the poem or listen whatever. Reading is highly important. Then second is explanation of the poem, meaning of the poem along with the poem. Some information about the poem. And in the third section we will see analysis. We are going to analyze the poem in detail, and this analysis will help you for appreciation of the poem. Okay. So let's begin with the first section without losing much time. Reading. So we all will read together the poem, and let's take the book in your hand, page number 3, lesson number 1.1, Life. Life, believe, is not a dream, so dark as sages say. Oft a little morning rain foretells a pleasant day. Sometimes there are clouds of gloom, but these are transient all. If the shower will make the roses bloom, oh, why lament its fall? Rapidly, merrily, life's sunny hours fleet by. Gratefully, cheerily, enjoy them as they fly. What though death at times steps in and calls our best away? What though sorrow seems to win over hope a heavy swing? Yet hope again elastic springs, unconquered though she fell, still buoyant are her golden wings, still strong to bear us well. Manfully, fearlessly, the day of trial bear, for gloriously, victoriously, can courage quell despair. This is the poem Life, a very nice, interesting, inspirational poem, encouraging poem, taking us all to the positive stream. Okay, so this poem is written by Charlotte Bronte. What is the name of the poetess? Charlotte Bronte. It's not Charlotte or anything like that. Okay, so Charlotte Bronte, she has told us through this poem how should we live our life, how we must be positive towards life, how should we avoid negativity in our life. Okay, this was first section of study, that is reading. Second section is explanation of the poem. Now before explaining the poem, let us have a look at the poetess. The poetess is Charlotte Bronte. She was an English poetess and she was a novelist also, classic novels she wrote. Unfortunately, she did not gain that much fame or awards and all that. But still, she has done her work 100% with such powerful words. She has given us a positive source through her poems. Charlotte Bronte. Now, let's see how the poem goes on. Flawless. Life, believe, is not a dream so dark as sages say. What the poet says? Believe me, life is not a dark dream. Dark dream means what? Sages means who? Sages means wise people. Wise people who have told, who have written, who have said that life is a dark dream. Life is a dark dream. Which figure of speech here? Metaphor. Life is like a dark dream. Hidden comparison. Okay. So they have said that life is a dark dream. But have you ever thought that they might have experienced the dark side of life? Is there darkness always? In nature also, after the dark night, there is always the beginning of a new day. New sunrise, new beginning. So life is not at all, whole and soul dark. As the sages say, of a little morning rain foretells a pleasant day. Oft means often. Often, a little morning rain foretells. Foretells means tells in advance. What do the morning rain tells us? A pleasant day is coming to your way. The day which is upcoming after the rains. Have you ever experienced that after this? Nowadays it's rainy season, and if in the morning, if you get up from the bed and if you see that it's raining outside, immediately you feel distressed, you feel sad, and you may think, not all, many of you, oh, how boring, it's raining outside, how can I do this one, how can I go there, how can I meet so and so person, how can I do my work? This negative thought in your mind is harmful. You should think that, oh, it's raining. After that rains, the whole day will be cool, pleasant, soothing. Exactly, poetess wants to tell you the same. Often a little morning rain foretells that there will be a pleasant day ahead for us all. Sometimes there are clouds of gloom. Gloom means sadness. Sometimes, many times, I say many times in our life, there may come some situations in which we feel very sad. Disappointment, distress, problems and all. So in such situations, there may be clouds of gloom. But have you ever seen in the nature also, do the clouds remain there only forever? Is it permanent? The life itself is not permanent. So how can the problems be permanent? For every problem there is a solution, and we must focus on the solution, not on the problem. If we focus on the problem begins to increase in our mind. It is actually this much, but in our mind we create something around that problem, and it goes on and on and on growing up. But if we focus on the solution, the problem seems to be a very little one, small one. So we should focus on the solution instead of focusing on the problem. So sometimes there are clouds of gloom. There is sadness in our life sometimes, but these are transient all. Transient means temporary. Nothing is permanent. So how this sadness be permanent? Temporary. After some time again happiness will come. If the shower will make the roses bloom, oh, why lament is fall? Lament means grief. We should not grieve over the rainfall. If the rainfall is doing some work of blooming the flowers, if the rainfall helps to the flowers to bloom, then why should we worry about that? Why should we get the pressure about that? Why should we grieve about that? If the rainfall is doing some nice work, we should focus on that nice work instead of focusing on that side. Instead of focusing on dark side of life, we should focus on the bright side of the life. Okay? Rapidly, merrily, like sunny hours fleet by. Fleet by means go away. How sunny hours go away. In life, whenever you are in happy mood, that does not last forever. Again, nothing is permanent. So this also mood, your cheerful mood, your happiness, your pleasures, and what? Everything, they will also fleet by. But should I think, oh, my happiness will go off, so I should not be happy? Can I think so? No. Instead, I should say that this happiness will go after some time. I should enjoy more. I should enjoy that happiness more. Because it will fleet by rapidly. And when it will fleet rapidly, I should feel that merrily, happy. I should enjoy more and more instead of feeling sad about that it will go away. Okay. Gratefully, how should I enjoy that? Gratefully and cheerily. Gratefully means thankfully. I should thank God for everything in my life. We all should thank God. Life is just like a coin which has two sides. And which are those two sides? Pleasure and pain. These are the two sides of life. So whenever you get pleasure, you should think that there will be pain after this pleasure. Or whenever you are in pain, you should think that there will be pleasure after this pain. So whenever you are in pleasure, you should thank God that He has given you this situation. And whenever you are in pain, you should trust God that this thing also will disappear after some time. Sooner or later, everything will change and my life also will change. Okay? So how should you enjoy that? Gratefully, cheerily. Enjoy them as they fly. Enjoy life because we human beings get life once only. Fine? And so, whatever life we have got, we should create the moments of enjoyment. We should create the moments of happiness in our life. Okay? What the poetess says next. What though death at times steps in and calls our best away. What though, even though sometimes death, we know that simply as sure as death. Death is sure. Okay? And one or the other day, we have to die. Everybody has to die. So, accordingly, sometimes death steps in, comes inside. See here, personification figure of speech, death has been given, inanimate thing has been given, human quality of stepping inside. Fine. So, death steps in and calls our best away. Our best means who? The people whom we love too much. The people around us to whom we love. And sometimes this situation comes in life that death takes them away. We cannot say anything in this situation, but we should be courageous. We should be fearless in such situations. Is it the way that death has stepped in and taken my best person away from me, so I should be keeping crying all the way till the end of my life? No. So even though sometimes death steps in and takes our best away, what though sorrow seems to bring over hope a heavy sway. Sometimes in life we get the situation in which we are very sad, very disappointed, very distressed, depressed. We go in deep depression. In such time, during such times, we should think that hope is always there. Hope is itself happiness, as it is said by sages again, wise men. That hope is itself happiness. So we should never leave the hand of hope. In such situations also, we should think that there is hope. Always. Sometimes in my life, something will be better. Something will be better. Not all I am saying, but at least something will be better. And during such situations, we should not allow sorrow to win over hope. If we are sitting in negative mindset, in negative attitude, the sorrow will surely win over hope. But if our attitude, our approach towards life is positive, hope will always win over sorrow. Yet hope, because hope again elastic springs, unconquered though she fell. Even though it seems that hope is falling down, but she is unconquered. Hope is unconquered. Nobody can beat hope if you have it. Okay. Still buoyant are her golden wings, still strong to bear well. Buoyant means what? Which rise upwards. How are the wings of hope? They are buoyant, rising upwards. Hope always goes up. So keep hoping in your life, in any situation. The situation may be good or bad. Still strong to bear as well. Manfully, fearlessly. Manfully means bravely. And fearlessly, the day of trial bear. For gloriously, victoriously, can courage quell despair. In some situations in life, hard situations in life, very hard to keep on, very hard to move on. In such situations, if you are brave, courageous, fearless, this situation will also disappear. Nothing is permanent. And so, finally, what will happen? Courage will quell despair. Quell means end up. Despair means sadness. If you have courage in your mind, in your heart, the courage will 100% end up the sadness from your life. But for this purpose, you should be brave and courageous. Okay? So, in life, we should be always positive thinking people. We should never allow negativity to force ourselves to go towards that. So, develop in yourselves the positive attitude, because as we write on the first page of our notebooks, I can do it and I will do it. Do you remember? Are you writing? Okay, good. So, whenever we say that I can do it, I will do it. It means we know ourselves, we believe ourselves, we believe Lord. So, with the same attitude in your mind, keep going with a positive approach towards life. The poetess wants you to be positive thinking people in life whenever you will be grown-ups. Okay, this was the meaning of the poem. I think that everybody has understood the poem well. If not, no problem. Some may not understand. You can message me, text me anytime. We'll take one more session of this explanation again. Okay. Now going towards the third section of our studies today, that is analysis of the poem. This analysis will help you in writing the appreciation of the poem, because henceforth the appreciation must be in critical format, paragraph format, and you all are very brilliant students and you know how to write this appreciation. So let's go towards these things. Title of the poem, Life. Life, the title only suggests that we should be very much inspiring others also, inspiring ourselves also to be very much positive towards life. Then the poet. The poetess of this poem, she was an English poetess, Charlotte Bronte. The poetess of this poem was Charlotte Bronte, novelist also, English. Then structure and stanzas. If you see here, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 stanzas all over in this poem. So the structure is 6 stanzas of 4 lines each. Stanza is of 4 lines. See here, 4 lines stanza. Then rhyme scheme of the poem. The rhyming words. See the rhyming words in the poem. Only the first stanza is somewhat different. Rest all stanzas are having the rhyme scheme A B A B. First stanza only takes A B C D. So first stanza has A B C D rhyme scheme and rest all have A B rhyme scheme. Okay. Then figures of speech. There are many figures of speech which I have explained in the another video in which I will send you the question and answers of this poem. So we just go through that video and just see, learn, study more this figures of speech section. Then implied meaning of the poem. The poetess wants to tell us that we should be very much positive towards life. So this was all about today's session of study, that is 1.1 life. We have seen this poem deeply, divided into 3 sections, and I hope that everybody may understand the poem by watching this video. Thank you.